Talk WDUN TV. Hey, check us out. YouTube.com is the place to go. Just search for WDUN Sports Talk, and we will pop up. We're going to be doing this all the way through the summer. Should be interesting.
Yeah.
I guess, we can do high school sports. We can do a whole bunch of different things, which is good.
So I think we'll be all over the place.
Yeah, we'll be everywhere. So it's a chance. I guess June through August, not too many high school sports to talk about, right?
No, I'd imagine we'll be doing a lot of Gwinnett Braves, etc.
And why not? By the way, 2 weeks, we record this on a Thursday, 2 weeks from today, Gwinnett Brave season gets started.
Hey, I just set you up for that one. Didn't even talk about it.
Very good. I know, we didn't. Very nicely done. Atlanta Brave season, by the way, starts 1 week from now. All right, there's a golf tournament going on at Chattahoochee Golf Club. It's called the Charter Childhood Cancer Awareness Classic.
Yes.
It's a mouthful.
Yes.
But, no, it's good golf. This is something that they're doing two different things. I guess it's National Golf Association and the Hooters Tour.
They're one in the same. One in the same.
So it's kind of a segue between minor league baseball and this, because this is kind of the minor leagues of golf, right?
Very, very much so. This is I guess you would call it the AA level of golf. You've got a lot of guys who are going to end up playing in the PGA one day, and the Hooters Tour has certainly produced a lot of successful PGA players, guys like Jim Furyk, who obviously is a standout guy. I mean, John Daly came through the ranks of the Hooters Tour, and I'm sure spent many an hour at the Hooters afterward. But
I wasn't going to go there. Way to go.
Yeah. So anyway, the guys that are playing this weekend are quality golfers. Having talked to a bunch of them over the past few days, it's pretty clear that these guys all feel like they've got the game to go to the next level. It's just a question of either getting the break at the right time and maybe kind of getting over the psychological hump, because golf is such a psychological game. It's strange.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you're exactly right. Do you see scores in the 60s and that kind of thing pretty regularly with these guys?
You won't regularly, but you'll see. Just as much as you would in the PGA, because
right.
These guys are they're all going to be around that low 70. Of course, I guess. What I'm trying to say, it all depends on the course. Mm-hmm. If they go out there today and Chattahoochee is playing, and the greens are soft and playable, they'll definitely turn in 60s. But from everybody I've been talking to, the greens have been really firm. By the end of the week, the greenskeeper hopes that they're going to be playing like a pool table.
Yeah.
So I think we'll have some pretty decent scores. I think we'll finish under par, but I don't think it's going to be like 20 or 30 or something like that. I think 5-6 under par.
Yeah.
By the end of this thing,
I'll let you in on a little. This is a journalism thing. If you ever get a chance to go cover a golf tournament, you jump at it every time, because it's a fantastic thing to do. So Morgan has looked pretty happy so far this week and pretty content with what he's had to do.
It's the easiest. It's the easiest gig ever. It's so relaxing. And,
yep.
The golfers, especially at this level, they're very welcoming and easy to talk to. There's no prima donnas really out there,
right?
At least that I've encountered. And we've got several local guys also trying to, at least for this one tournament, step in and show that they can play with some of these guys.
That's what I want to ask about, because this is North Georgia, Gainesville. There's a lot of golf courses around here. It seems like it'd be a pretty good breeding ground for some pretty good golfers.
Yeah, absolutely. There are 5 guys in this tournament who have local addresses. A couple of them have played in multiple events of these. Josh Bunch, who's from Murrayville, who's actually now a fireman in Hall County.
Really?
He just became a fireman recently, but he said it was basically to kind of feed his golf habit, because their shifts, he can work like 48 on, 48 off, so he's got like 2 full days to play golf.
That's a good point.
But he played several events on the Hooters Tour. It was actually, I think, I don't know if he was a full-time member, but he was at least, like a half-time, part-time member. And he's played in this event every year since it's been in Hall County. It was at Chattahoochee last year. It was at Royal Lakes for a number of years before that. And he made the cut last year. Did pretty well, and not as well as he wanted to. I think he finished tied for 11th. And then you've got one of the more interesting. It'll be interesting to see how he does. Justin Cochran, a kid that graduated from Gainesville High just 2 years ago, is actually qualified as an amateur, and is gonna do his best this weekend. And he's really excited. He's like gonna stars in his eyes sort of thing, because it's like this is by far the greatest field I've ever played in, that sort of thing. And being that this is his home course and he plays Chattahoochee, like you said, just about every day, it's going to. I think he'll have a shot to impress because of the course.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he probably knows it very, very well. This is something that is it free to the public? Is that right?
Yep, absolutely free. Just
that's awesome. That's really
walk
cool.
on up. Yep, and it's going to be great weather, and the wind may it's a little windy out there, so the wind may play in some of the scores today and tomorrow. But I think it's going to be just I know for me it's going to be a good time.
No, I'm sure we'll be back sipping lemonade every once in a while, writing something. Yeah. No, I like it when it's windy out because the professional golfers look like me and they just duff one in the woods.
Yeah.
They only do it every once in a while. I do it like 4 shots in a row, and then I curse and throw my driver down.
Come on, Tiger.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. It's pretty much what I do. I watch my language, though. All right, so that's this weekend. Go out and check it out, the Chattahoochee Golf Club. We'll take a break, come back, talk about some high school sports that are going on this weekend. It's a pretty good matchup, especially in baseball, after this. WDUN Sports Talk on WDUN TV.
At Riverside Pharmacy, if you have questions, they have answers. If you don't have time, they won't make you wait. If you need special items, Riverside Pharmacy can order them. They want to be your pharmacy, and that's what sets them apart. Service. And just inside Riverside is the Gift Nook, where you'll find more great service in a new line of beautiful wall plaques and great colorful bags. Shop the Gift Nook in Riverside Pharmacy in the old Sherwin-Williams building on Green Street.
At the offices of Dr. Norman Peets, DDS on Green Street in Gainesville, patients have all their general dentistry needs explained. Ask about sedation dentistry. Dr. Peets' team of professionals puts you at ease. Dedicated, experienced professional. He's Gainesville's family dentist. Dr. Norman Peets, 615 Green Street in Gainesville. North Georgia's News Talk, AM 550 and FM 102.9, WDUN. Now 2 stations strong, AM 550, FM 102.9, WDUN.
WDUN Sports Talk on WDUN TV, wrapping things up here. It is a Thursday, so the NCAA Sweet 16 is getting started here in a few hours, I guess. I don't even know how many I picked, to be honest with you. I think I was like 7 out of Sweet 16.
I think I got 8.
I can only get 2 of them Final Four.
I still got. Well, depending on which bracket, I've got. I did 2 different ones, and one of them I still got 4, all 4 alive.
You can't do that. You cannot fill out 2 brackets. I don't understand that whole phenomenon. No, I lost one of my Final Four. I know it said Georgetown last week. I actually did not go with Georgetown. I went with Louisville, and they lost in the first round anyway. It's not funny. Yeah. But of course, no money has been bet on this thing.
Nope.
It's all about.
I did 2 because I'm in 2 different competitions.
You're in competitions. It's all about bragging rights.
That's right.
Absolutely. Gotta love NCAA tournament. All right, let's talk high school baseball. North Hall keeps on rolling. They win again. They beat Walnut Grove pretty good. Well, they scored a lot of runs. They gave up a lot of runs. 19-13 was the final as they won this week. But North Hall looking pretty good. 9-2, 8-1 in the region. I mean, the Trojans, I don't know what was expected coming into this season, but I would think that they're a little bit above the expectations, wouldn't you say? Yeah,
I mean, everybody had a feeling that they would be pretty good, but they didn't know how good. I think the game again that caught everybody by surprise was, I think, the win over White County. That really laid down a marker early in the season for North Hall. Again, that was White County's first game of the year, so it's always season opener. It's hard to tell. Obviously, these 2 teams will meet again later in the season, but before that ever happens, North Hall's got a big game Friday night against Gainesville, and Gainesville's kind of surprisingly dropped 2 games. I don't think anybody was too shocked about their loss to White County, but the loss to Lumpkin County, I guess about a week and a half ago, was a little bit of a shock. Lumpkin County not a bad team by any means, but you expect Gainesville to win that game at home.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're going to be playing on Friday. 9-2 is North Hall. 8-2 is Gainesville. Gainesville, by the way, getting the win over Johnson, 12-1. You mentioned White County; they keep on rolling as well. They beat Monroe area 17-7. So just 1 loss on the year. So these seem to be the 3 top teams. And White County, it seems to be about those 2 really good pitchers, right? Yeah. David Sosby and Luke Crumley both going to the University of Georgia. Both capable of shutting down any lineup. So as long as those 2 guys are healthy, you've got to pencil in White County as one of
4 playoff teams for sure out of this region, if not top 1 or 2.
Good pitching usually beats good hitting, but that's with wooden bats. I always think that with metal bats and that kind of thing, things change just a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see. In soccer, the Johnson boys go down. They lose in penalty to Oconee County, so not really much of a surprise.
Not a huge upset, but it was an upset because Oconee had actually lost 2 region games coming in. Johnson was undefeated at that point. Johnson dominated that game. Frankly, should have won in regulation, but Oconee, full credit to them, they made Johnson work for everything. Didn't give him any easy looks at goal. Got to the penalty shootout, and they've got a very good keeper and some tired legs too, because there was a lot of missed penalties, not just saves. There was, I think, if I remember back, the Oconee keeper made 2 saves, but there was also 2 just guys leaning back because they're tired and totally pushing the ball over the goal.
Yeah.
But that was their first loss. That puts Gainesville at the top of the region. But Oconee's coming to visit Gainesville on Friday night, so two very different types of teams. Johnson and Oconee a bit more similar, and they're both pretty big, both pretty physical. Gainesville's a much smaller team, but from what I've seen, they're the best possession team. They pass the ball around like no high school team I've really seen in a while. They can really kind of lull you into sleep, and all of a sudden, there's an opening.
Wow! So Gainesville fans got to figure something out on Friday. Then, so you got the really good baseball team in a big game against North Hall, the really good soccer team taking on Oconee County on Friday as well.
Yep. So some huge games.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more thing we need to touch on. This is something that is apparently going to happen tonight, Thursday night. White County is going to apparently announce their new football coach. Is that right?
Well, it's expected anyway. They're having a school board meeting tonight, Thursday, and usually the announcements are made they're voted on and made official at that time. I've heard through various sources that the announcement will probably he'll probably be approved tonight by the school board, and the announcement will be made Friday morning. I've got a couple guys up there who are kind of keeping their ear to the ground for me. So as soon as I hear anything, it'll be on the website.
From Lee has so many sources. It's absolutely unbelievable. No, but whoever gets that job, I mean, he's going to inherit a pretty good team.
He should. Now, from what I understand, there's obviously there's always going to be movings and changes and stuff whenever a coach leaves, and the team this year had a tremendous class of seniors, so maybe a little bit of a rebuilding job, but White County is never bad.
Right.
In all the years that I've been here, I've never seen White County just be bereft of talent.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens from that meeting tonight, and Morgan's sources will definitely
the hills
keep
have
updated.
ears.
All right, man. Well, have a good week. Have a great time on the golf course.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you next week. Our thanks to Scott McIntyre producing in the other booth right next door. We can see him. We just waved to him. There he is. Hey, he got his camera up.
Awesome.
All right, we'll talk to you next week. WDUN Sports Talk on WDUN TV. Wave to the crowd, Scott.